I made a mistake.
Series here.
I made a mistake yesterday just writing the Miami Heat off, saying this was not only going to be over, that this was going to be a sweep. The Heat, thanks to Jimmy Butler's 40-point triple-double, win Game 3 in shocking fashion. They win it outright, and now we bring ourselves to a Game 4 in which nobody can win. LeBron cannot be coronated in Game 4. 7.5 is the line as of now. 218.5 is the total. Game 3. A surprise more because the Lakers look so bad or because the Heat look so good without Dragic and Adebayo?
I think more of a surprise that the Heat look so good. And naturally, human instinct, you're up 2-0. They don't have Bam and Goran. It's easy to coast and maybe think we can play our B game and get this championship. And it wasn't a closeout game either. It wasn't that one where, like, at the end we win this, we're going to have that trophy in our hands.
We can go home.
The Larry O'Brien's in the building. No. So I think that I want to credit Miami and Jimmy Butler for the way that they exceeded my expectation. Butler, of course, was just awesome. One of the best singular performances in an NBA playoff game, finals game, in the history of the finals.
40 points and he wasn't even shooting threes.
He accounted for 73 points on his own volition and assists, which is the second highest total in NBA finals history behind a 74-point effort from Walt Frazier. So that is
a great nugget.
That's how good.
That is a great nugget.
That's how good Jimmy Butler was. Thank you. But
where'd that come from?
I saw that all over Twitter. I'll credit ESPN stats and info, maybe.
They do a nice job.
They do a great job.
They do a really nice job.
But 74 points from Walt Frazier on points and assists that led to buckets. 73 last night for Jimmy Butler on his 40 points, and then his 13 assists that led to buckets.
So you're telling me you weren't just sitting on the couch watching Jimmy Butler going, you know what? This reminds me of Walt Frazier.
I was not thinking that at that moment in time. Although, no, I was trying to figure out a way to cleverly bring Walt's sartorial choices in here, his fashion choices, but I had nothing.
That word keeps
You
popping
kind
up
of
in
have
my
a nice
life.
Walt Frazier look going on today.
Someone told me it looks like the carpet of a casino floor.
Usually Walt is wearing like a prints from 1970s, 1980s, and
makes it look way
oftentimes
better.
they look like either like curtains or sofas. So, Walt, good looking out, brother.
What do you think of Game 4? What are you doing
Okay.
now that the Heat have made some noise?
I don't know.
Adebayo, Dragic, who knows if they're going to be back?
I'm going to go down narrative street here, and that
All
can be
right.
dangerous in gambling because I don't know if there's a trend for this, but I do know LeBron James from being a fan of his of 17-plus years now and watching every game closely. And we know that little nugget about Jimmy Butler. LeBron said something to Jimmy in the first quarter, and then Jimmy responded in the fourth quarter like, you're in trouble. I am going to bet after the narratives that have been thrown out on Twitter, the talking heads on TV saying Jimmy Butler gets all this praise, deservedly slow, LeBron James is going to respond in a big way in Game 4. As a matter of fact, I would bet, my best bet, so to speak, for Game 4, LeBron James records a triple-double. Now, Caesars William Hill does not have it posted yet, but the last couple of games, that prop for LeBron was plus 333.
Really?
So I invest $1 to make $3.33 if LeBron goes 3 by 2, which I think is going to come out guns a-blazing and try and remind the world and the talking heads.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler's performance was great, but I'm Mr. Triple-Double in the finals.
All right, I like that. I would ride that one with you. That
It's
is
a little narrative
nice price.
street, but
What's wrong with the good
wrong
narrative?
with that?
Moby Dick was a narrative. It's called the Great American Novel for a reason. I got one for you as well.
what's the opening line of that? I can't remember.
My name is Aesop? Not Aesop.
Ahab.
It's close.
Thank you, Weimer.
I am also going to be sticking with the first half in this game as well. I'm going to lay the 4.5 with the Lakers in the first half of this basketball game. Why? Well, Game 3 was the only time in the first quarter or the first half of this series that the Heat beat Los Angeles. Anthony Davis was in foul trouble, a little bit of complacency. The Heat notoriously have gotten off slow throughout the course of the playoffs. It happened against Boston. It happened against Milwaukee. And then they build as the game goes on. I like the idea of the Lakers firing off on them early in this one. Game 1, 17-point lead at the half. Game 2, 14-point lead at the half. Whether Adebayo and Dragic are back or not, I'm still laying the 4.5 with the Lakers in the first half.
Well, you are just pressed for time. You don't have enough time to stick around
Busy
for second
guy.
halves.
Gotta buy new shirts.
Third quarter. Gotta go shopping.
Gotta buy shirts that look like casino carpets. People are putting their cigarette butts out on and all that stuff. It was such a beautiful insult wrapped in a compliment. It was a hell of a trick when I got it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.